Good evening, welcome to Video No. Tonight's movie is a classic from 1987, brought to you by the one and only Crown International Pictures, called Nightclub. Let's check it out. Nightclub stars Nicholas Hope as, well, Nick. Put a lot of thought into that one, didn't they? A young entrepreneur looking to start up a nightclub. Really suspending our disbelief already. He lives with his girlfriend Beth, who is some sort of video fanatic. This plot would be awfully boring if it was that simple. Of course, Nick is in deep with a mob who comes calling looking for $200,000 back for their investment. He's given 24 hours to get the money, or else. Nick's journey represents the American dream. He's a young startup who took out a loan to pursue what he was born to do. He found the space, and I think that's about it.
I bet you're waiting on the edge of your seat to find out what happens to Nick in Nightclub. Well, guess what? The movie sucks so bad, even I couldn't fucking finish it. I watched some shit, you know that. If you want to watch Nightclub, pick up this box. You can probably find it on Amazon, and sifting through these discs, you'll find it in there somewhere. Go watch it yourself.
So we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna stay with Crown International Pictures, but we're gonna turn the clock back about 8-9 years, and we're gonna check out Malibu High. Here it is.
Malibu High, here we go. Another 1979 masterpiece.
All right, that's enough of that. Malibu High is as sleazy as it gets, released by yours truly. The entire movie was shot in 5 weeks without permits. There were no costumes supplied to the cast, so they all wore their own clothes to shooting. The movie poster features a girl who wasn't in the movie because Jill Lansing, who starred as Kim, refused to do the shoot unless they paid her more money. Malibu High is the only movie Jill Lansing would ever appear in. The movie opens with Kim getting ready for school. At first glance, Kim comes off as a miserable little brat. She's all bent out of shape because her boyfriend Kevin broke up with her. I'd cut her loose too because all she does is bitch and moan.
Sorry.
As the movie plays out, you start to see that Kim is surrounded by cheese dicks and you can begin to level with her aggravation. Kim's kind of on the skids. She got dumped, she's broke, and she's flunking out of high school. She found her old man on the end of a rope because her mother cleans the house too much. Seems kind of weird, but Kim tells us that herself. I'll take her word for it. Her teachers are always hassling her about her grades, and the only person in her life that isn't up her ass all the time is her best friend Lucy. Lucy talks Kim into going to the dance. After they both strike out, they decide to leave, and while they're in the parking lot, they spot Tony, the drug-dealing pimp who drives a Mercedes L206. They buy some pot off Tony. Before they leave, Tony asks Kim if she wants to work for him as a prostitute. Jesus Christ. You have to be a certain kind of piece of shit to pull off a question like that. She declines his offer, but later on when Kim and Lucy are getting fucked up, she reconsiders. She spots Tony in the high school parking lot after school and lands a job as a hooker. It's a hell of a sentence right there. Kim doesn't even need to stand on the sidewalk to pick up Johns, because Tony's got guys lining up outside the van to get a piece of action. It's like a hooker roach coach. Just driving from job site to job site and putting out. What a racket.
Let's get it on.
When Kim isn't raking in the cash, she's at school fooling around with her teachers. She demands better grades or else she'll tell their wives and the whole school. Things are looking up for Kim. At least, I guess, in her eyes they are. While at the beach, she is approached by Lance, who is a pimp for a better class of trade. Lance tells Kim she can make better money from richer clients if she works for him, but she turns down the offer. He tells her to get a hold of him if she changes her mind. And she does, after she asks Tony for more money and he slaps her around a bit. It's ironic that the movie is named Malibu High because it seems like Kim is never in school. They throw in a scene here and there of a classroom or the high school parking lot to remind you that she's still attending classes, and that she's still hung up on Kevin. Every time she sees Kevin, she gets fucking pissed. He's seeing this rich girl named Annette, and Kim has no problem telling Annette that she thinks she's a fucking bitch. One day, while working for Lance, she gets a John who's a little too kinky for her. After a struggle, she stabs him in the back with an ice pick and kills him. She reports back to Lance, who consoles her, but she says how good it felt to kill him. This is where she gets promoted from mid-class hooker to hooker assassin. Lance awards her with a silenced pistol. Pretty fucking sweet. Her next target, her former pimp and assaulter, Tony. Hardly missing a beat, she goes right off and murders him in coldish blood? I guess so, that works. When she's not killing high-profile mob targets, Kim is still working hard to receive her high school diploma. She fucks every teacher with a swinging dick, passing every class with flying colors, except English, which is taught by a woman. There was one person who's wise to her scheme, though, and that's the principal. He insists on reporting her ill-doing to her mother. at her house, personally, for dinner. Kim is not taking shit from anyone at this point, and this old as fuck man isn't gonna stop her now. She devises a plan to take him out. She sends her mother on a nice dinner date while she waits for the principal.
Come in.
He has a heart problem and she's gonna seduce him to death, which she does. On her next meeting with Lance, he has one more mission for her, to kill Harry Ingersoll. One last job, then they ride off into retirement. Reluctantly, she agrees. Kim meets Harry at his beach house, where he's iced on the spot. In a third act twist, this is actually Annette's father. It just so happens that Annette, Kevin, and all their friends are coming back from the beach when Kim is caught by Annette. Atta girl! Hearing the gunshots, Kevin and company race to the sound, where he finds Annette's lifeless body. In a rage, Kevin chases Kim in this heart-pounding finale. Backed into a corner, Kevin tries to plead with her. She has become something he no longer recognizes. Realizing she has gone too far, Kim knows that it is either the end for her or Kevin. She knows the correct choice and readies her weapon. Bang! The police magically show up and shoot her in the back. Credits roll.
Pizza, please.